I mean, the choice is between if you want those material things or if you really want a lifestyle of freedom. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Lauren and you're watching Hey Babe, Watch This. Our channel is about conscious living, full-time travel, and minimal living on the road. And today I want to talk about the top things that you can eliminate from your budget in order to save money for full-time travel. These are in no particular order, but number one is going to be subscriptions of any type. So I'm talking about, I had like a monthly Yoga Glow subscription, magazine subscriptions, content sites. I had one of those monthly like box subscriptions. Anything like that, go ahead and eliminate that. I mean, the choice is between if you want those material things or if you really want a lifestyle of freedom. So number two is any purchases that you're planning to make for your home or your apartments. So that would be anything like home decor or upgrades that are absolutely not necessary, or even holiday decorations that you know you're not going to bring with you. So think of all those extra things that you buy for your current living situation. You're not going to need those in a life of travel. Okay, number three is one that might be hard for some of you guys, but cutting out booze, cutting out alcohol is a great way to go. The money that you save by not drinking adds up so big. So consider, how much you really want this life of travel. Save the celebration for after you get on the road. So this is another one that Daniel had mentioned for me to include in this video. This is one of his expenses, and that was dry cleaning. So he definitely needed to look good for his office job, but he just started doing his ironing and washing at home, and it worked out just fine. So the next is cell phone data. And this one can be a little bit misleading because when you actually go on the road, cell phone data is probably going to be one of those expenses that really increases for you and goes up pretty high actually. But before you go on the road, why pay for extra data? What I did is I looked at my cell phone contract and I realized that I had purchased a plan that was supplying me way more data than I ever use. And I think sometimes, those companies like to go with the scare tactics to tell you like, oh, if you go over your data, the charges are gonna be so high. And that's true, and that's something you definitely wanna be careful about, but in my case, I wasn't getting anywhere close to my data limit in like the last 6 months of use. So I went ahead and dropped it down and started saving money on my data plan, probably about 6 months before we left. So on that same note, I also realized that I was carrying way too much car insurance than I needed, way more than was what was required by our state. So it's kind of just a good thing to go through all of your monthly expenses anyway and see what has changed. So the next is the gym membership. And some of us are guilty of not using our gym membership anyway, so that could be an easy one to go. For those of you who do love the gym, go ahead and cancel that membership. Consider YouTube videos are so great for all different types of workouts. Running outside. I also do kettlebell a lot. I have one 20-pound kettlebell that I do so many different workouts with. So think about ways that you can find alternative ways to exercise for your gym membership, and that will definitely save you money each month. And I want to say a little bit more about gym memberships. I have watched other YouTube channels where people have recommended gym memberships as ways to take showers outside of their van or outside of their rig. We did not do that, and I'm glad we did not do that. I could be wrong, but it's been our experience anyway that it's way more trouble to actually track down your gym. Even if you get like a YMCA membership or Planet Fitness that seems like it's everywhere, it's not everywhere. And if you're nature lovers like us, you're most of the time not going to be anywhere near a gym. So that was good advice that might work for some people, but if you're going to be remote a lot, I would not do that. I don't think you're going to even be able to find those gyms enough to make that expense worth it for you. So one more that I would be absolutely remiss to not mention is clothing. A lot of clothing that you wear in your day-to-day life when you're not traveling is not going to be conducive to a travel lifestyle. So I would just stop purchasing clothing, and I would also add that to the category of don't buy it until you absolutely know that you're going to need it. Clothing, just like any other item in a tiny lifestyle, has to take on dual purposes. You're going to want layers, you're going to want technical fabrics. So I would just really wait as you travel to different climates. And also, you don't know if you're going to be spending, you might have plans to spend more time in the desert, and then you might spend more time in the mountains. And I know that's happened for us. So many logistics come up along the way that you just can't plan for. So you might be in a completely different environment and weather pattern than you had planned on. So my advice is stop buying clothes now if you have a departure date planned, and then just get things along the way as you need them. You can't store many clothes in an RV or a tiny space anyway, so every piece has got to count and has got to have dual purposes. Oh, something else really important. While we're on the topic of expenses and things to cut out in order to prepare for full-time travel, talk to your friends and family as well about the money that they spend on you. So any gifts, if you have a birthday or if there's major holidays coming up between now and when you're going to leave, definitely talk to them about not getting you physical items. So this can be especially hard, and Daniel and I went through it because we got married only 2 months before we hit the road, and people really wanted to buy us the traditional type of wedding gifts, and it would have been such shame because we don't know if we'd ever have the opportunity to use some of those things. What we did is we actually registered for RV items that we knew we were going to need. Like, one person got us a grill, one person got us a propane heater, someone else got us the mat that goes outside for the RV. But we told everyone else that if they really want to get us a gift cards are awesome. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. This is super practical advice. Things that we really did, and I hope it kind of prepares you and inspires you, and well, nothing can really prepare you until you do it yourself. So don't forget that. If you're thinking about doing this, absolutely go for it. And I will do another video that talks about expenses that actually went up and things that we actually had to add to our budget with life on the road. So please definitely subscribe because you can check that one out next time. Thanks, guys.
Thanks again for watching, guys. Please do subscribe and be sure to follow us on Instagram at HeyBabeWatchThis so you can see our most up-to-date content.